On this episode of Rush Outdoors, we are hunting longbeards in New York. Then we are chasing black bears in New Brunswick. And let's not forget member footage with Rush Uncut.
Awesome New York buck. Oh.
That happened fast.
Look at this blood trail.
Got a really nice buck. Crazy. He's down. That's what I'm talking about. Yes!
Rush Outdoors is brought to you by Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. Closed captioning is brought to you by the Wayne County, New York Department of Tourism. For more information, go to waynecountytourism.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rush Outdoors. I'm Real Tree Pro Stepper Tim Andrus. Today we're at the range. Fall's right around the corner. Gonna check our guns one more time for that favorite time of the year. Shot looks good, bud. Hey, while we're here tweaking the gun at 300 yards, let's join John in New York hunting wild turkey.
All right, so my nephew, he's all into hunting. It's awesome. It's great to get these kids out there, and this kid loves it. So we were on the youth hunt for New York State. My son Jack, my nephew Brock, and myself, we all got out, set up in this cut cornfield, and the birds were just a hammering.
They're hammering pretty good over to our left. Got the Quaker boys. We're ready to go.
So the birds started coming out into the field. We had a beautiful longbeard come, following a hen out into the field.
There's another gobbler on the left.
My nephew is shaking like a leaf, trying to stay on that gun.
When he faces us, Brock. Keep it on him. Keep it on his neck.
Shoot him, shoot him.
Yeah, Brock! You just got your first bird, buddy!
I gotta give it to my nephew Brock. He made an awesome shot and leveled that bird. Thank you, Mr. Quaker boy. Nice shooting, Brock.
It was an awesome hunt. I've been doing a little scouting here, and I knew there was birds. They were hot on the limb, and I told the boys, I said, we got to get a hen to come in. There was a lot of gobblers and a lot of hens. I said, we could tell they were on the ground. They're rounding their hens up. I said, we got to call a hen in. Brock goes, I see a bird. And there was a hen out in the field. I just basically did what everybody does and mimic her. And she slowly came out, and then two longbeards came out, and Brock laid the hammer down. That Carlson choke just thumped him. He dropped in his tracks. Great way to kick off turkey season here in New York, and I'm very proud of my nephew Brock here. My son Jack for getting up early in the morning, and this is what it's all about right here, spending time in the outdoors with family and friends, and every once in a while you get blessed with some luck, and we sure did today.
The sights and sounds of Niagara Falls, USA, an outdoor playground for those of all ages. Discover the majestic Niagara Falls and immerse yourself in history, arts, culture, and adventure. From high-speed jet boats racing through Class 5 rapids, scenic hikes in the Niagara Gorge, or world-class sport fishing in the Niagara River and Lake Ontario, explore more at NiagaraFallsUSA.com or call 1-877-FALLS-US.
the year of the air gun hunter. Umarex Air Guns.
Introducing the Maverick Hunting Blind. Our blinds are designed to last a lifetime, so you can put an end to yearly setup and takedown. Our lightweight two-piece design makes them extremely portable. The Maverick blind is built to handle any season. True 360-degree viewing means more opportunities to take your shot. Set it up your way or use a Maverick Next Level platform system. Go farther and hunt longer than any other hunting blind. Maximize your hunting experience with Maverick blinds.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by Maverick Blinds, Umarex Air Guns, the New York Sportsman's Expo, Niagara Falls, USA, PSE Archery, CVA, Scentlock, Nocturnal Lighted Knox, Muds Boots, Block Targets, IQ Bow Sights, Steel, Orleans County, Quaker Boy, and these fine sponsors.
I just hammered that bird. Oh my God, did you see what Carson? Oh my God, I pulverized that bird. Holy cow. One down, one to go. Opening day here in Western New York. Yeah, baby.
He's been roosting over here. Today he was over here on my dirt. And man, he definitely had some hens. He went in that field and strutted and gobbled and gobbled and gobbled and gobbled, and finally a couple of hens over here. They did not. I hardly had to call. I did a lot of calling this morning just to let them know where I was at, but I was covered in hens. They didn't stop squawking the whole morning. They ended up peeling right in. I did a few calls to them. They came right to the decoys. The hen came running, the jakes came running, the tom came running. It was awesome. That was just a very, very cool hunt for me. Having the jakes come in, and this guy beat up the decoys, and then I shot him, and the jakes jumped on him. That was awesome. What a cool hunt.
All right, so May 2nd, I moved the Maverick. My daughter and I moved the Maverick on May 1st, the evening of May 1st, because I had another bird I was trying to hunt on my lease. I'm sitting there, the bird fires off right next to the blind, about as good as it can get. I pull up the Vortex, I look, and he's got hooks on him. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that I almost just passed this bird thinking it was a Jake.
yeah, baby. He comes in, takes his time, gets into the decoys, does it. I see he's got a beard like this long. I'm like, we got ourselves a Jake, you know? I'm like, oh my God, he's got a full fan. I'm like, one of those super Jakes, da 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 da. I literally had my camera out in the decoys going for 33 minutes. Turn it off, he jumps up on my Jake. I see he's got hooks like this. I go, oh my God, he's one of those birds that broke his beard off.
Oh, boy, does he have hooks. Yes. Look at them babies. Look at those babies. Yeah.
It must have froze and broke off in the wintertime. That's crazy.
It just goes to show you, man, you never know. This bird was right over my right shoulder here, pitched down, came in right into the decoys. First thing, like not even 6 o'clock, I kept glassing him because I'm like, man, he's got a full fan. I want to see his spurs, you know what I mean? I need to see his spurs. Finally, he jumped up on that Jake decoy and I saw hooks. I go, wait a second, did I just see what I thought I saw? And he did it again and I go, dude, that's it. He's a tom for sure. So he kept trying to get on the back side of the hen. So the last time he did that, I said, I've had enough. I got plenty of footage. I probably got 45 minutes of footage of him in my decoys. I literally turned all my cameras off because I'm like, I'll wait in case a tom comes in. And then when I saw his hooks, I go, oh my God, I got to turn everything back on. So I turned all my cameras on. And one of those days, this was the only bird I heard talking. I was actually trying to get some birds from the north here to come in. I've been seeing birds over there, but this was the only bird that gobbled. He gobbled late in comparison to what has been happening. It was all foggy this morning. I was able to slip in. I got in super early. I was in the blind by like 4:45, maybe 4:40. He never pitched down till probably 5:45, maybe 10 to 6, and then right in the decoys and the full fan, short beard, long spurred tom.
It was such a cool hunt. I had the GoPro out in the decoys for that second angle. It was so cool, such an awesome hunt, memorable hunt, and I was tagged out by May 2nd.
Money. Great shot, John, and great turkey hunt.
Rush Topics is brought to you by Vortex Optics.
Hey everyone, I'm Keith. Welcome to Rush Topics. Today we're building our hunting arrows, getting ready for the fall. Got them all cut to length. We are replacing all of our factory nocks with nocturnal lighted nocks. So my tip for you today would be, when you're doing that, take and put a little dab of glue on your nock before you get ready to set it in. Line it up, push it down, make sure you got it in there, twist it around. Then line it up with your cock vane for your string and let it set. With that, you're not going to have an issue as I had this past year. I had a buck charge in real fast. I grabbed my bow, I drew back really fast. He was almost underneath me, so it was almost, on a 45-degree angle. I think I drew back so fast and it just come to the back wall that it shook the arrow and then knocked right off, and I missed an opportunity on a very, very large buck. I just don't want that to happen to anybody else. If I can save somebody that kind of headache by just putting a little dab of glue on there just to make sure it's going to be set and never going to twist, and always be true to your cock vane on your string, you'll always have better success. That's my tip of the week. That's brought to you by Vortex Optics.
Rush Outdoors is also brought to you by the Black Lake Chamber of Commerce, Caldwell Shooting Supplies, Muzzy Broadheads, Millennium Tree Stands, Carbon Express Arrows, Domain Food Plots Seed and Attractants, Hunter Safety Systems, Clayton Distillery, Thermacell, Flame King, and these fine sponsors.
Hey, we're going to go swap out targets. While we're doing that, why don't you join Field Staffer Gordon Wood in New Brunswick hunting black bear.
All right, so it's that time of year again. Time for me to pack my bags, load up the truck, and head north to New Brunswick, Canada to Texas River Outfitters for spring black bear hunting. So after a 14-hour trip, we pull into camp. Got a nice spread on for us for food. We all get settled down, have a good meal. Anticipation for the hunt the next day is building. First 2 days were a little slow. Bear sightings were minimal. My wife on Tuesday was able to harvest her first black bear, which made my trip already the best trip it could ever be. Talked with Larry, my guide, and they decided that it was time for me to make a switch, go into a different stand. I was going to hang up the PSE bow, and I was going to pick up the CVA muzzleloader.
So it's my last night here at Texas River Outfitters, Boys Town, New Brunswick. Changed it up a little bit today. I'm bringing out my CVA Optima muzzleloader. Looking for the first good bear that comes into me today. So it's the last day. I've only got a few hours to get some cut up and get packed up and get ready to head back to New York. So I'm ready to let the old smoke roll out of the smoke bowl here. This Optima's never failed me, so let's see what happens. Stick around.
So this bear works his way in, gets to the bait. He's taking his time. I'm hoping he works his way to the barrel. And he sits down. Not an ideal shot for a bear. As soon as he turned his body away from me just a little bit, I knew that those vitals were open. I put the CVA on his side, right behind that shoulder blade, took a deep breath, and the rest was history.
He's right there. He didn't go anywhere. That's what I'm talking about. It's my last day here in New Brunswick, Canada, Texas River Outfitters. My old CVA Optima muzzleloader dropped him in his tracks. Normally I wouldn't shoot a bear that was sitting like that, but he gave me a perfect quartering way angle. And this old girl let him have it.
My New Brunswick black bear taken here at Texas River Outfitters. Could be more proud. The CVA dumped him in his tracks. That gun is a proven machine. I love it. This bear is just a stud. Couldn't ask for anything better. Got it done the last day. Gotta love New Brunswick.
So we get back to New York, and the man that taught me how to muzzleload hunt, my Uncle Dick, Albert Hall, usually stops down to the shop where I work, and we'll chit-chat, we'll have some coffee, and we'll talk about my hunt. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to share this story with him. He passed away 1 week after we got back from New Brunswick. So, Uncle Dick, thank you for teaching me the art of muzzleloading, and I hope you enjoy this hunt.
Hey Gordon, great hunt. Big thanks to Texas River Outfitters in New Brunswick. For more information on the world-class fishing of Niagara and Orleans County, New York, check out the website listed below. And by the way, put your taxidermist on speed dial. Now it's time for this week's Covert Corner, brought by Covert Scouting Cameras. This week we feature a pick sent in by Pro Staffer Keith Bartholomew, a little motherly love. That's why Keith and everyone else at Rush Outdoors relies on Covert Scouting Cameras.
The shores of Lake Ontario and Orleans County have long been an angler's dream. Recently named the World Fishing Network's ultimate fishing town, Point Breeze offers world-class fishing for lake trout, brown trout, and steelhead, as well as coho, Atlantic, and Chinook salmon. A full-service marina will help with all of your boating needs, while abundant tackle shops and one of the premier charter fleets on Lake Ontario can help you catch your next trophy. Numerous restaurants are available, and at the end of the day, our lodging facilities will provide you with a comfortable place to relax. Hook up with one of our finny friends right here in Orleans County. I love New York.
Clayton Distillery uses farm-based, locally grown raw materials to create vodkas, gins, whiskeys, hand sanitizers, and much more. Crafted in small batches, their products are sold in numerous locations across upstate New York. Clayton Distillery, homegrown, handcrafted, and online at claytondistillery.com.
Nestled in the heart of St. Lawrence County, Black Lake is one of New York's most pristine vacation destinations. Join us for a relaxing day on shore or have an exciting day on the water. Black Lake offers fishing for serious anglers and those looking to create lifelong memories with the family. Stay at the lake at one of our many cottages and campgrounds. For more information, go to blacklakeny.com.
Got some awesome footage for Rush Outdoors, man.
Congrats on your first bird.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Beautiful New York deer.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Moby Dick Charters of Henderson Harbor, New York.
Welcome to Rush Uncut. I'm Gordon Wood. Today I'm here with Brian Kirby. We're on location at Trucks and Stuff here in Moravia, New York.
Hey, for those of you who don't know, Rush Uncut is the member-driven portion of our show where people like you and me can see your footage right here on TV.
Up first, we have Rush Uncut member Jason Bartholomew taking down a turkey right here in New York. Let's check this out.
That was a nice hunt right there. Nice long beard. Sitting in my ground blind this morning and finally got one done. Nice bird. Probably 3-year-old. 9-inch beard probably. I could have got more video of him, but I didn't want to move the camera, spook him. But yeah, he stood out here strutting and gobbling for a little bit. Got him.
Hey Jason, that was some awesome footage.
Hey, keep that good work up. We like it.
Hey guys, Brandon Thomas from Rush Outdoors. And when I want to know what's going on in the great outdoors in New York State, I turn to the New York Outdoor News.
Hey Brian, who do we have up next?
We have Rush Uncut member James Houston being filmed by John Sutphin on a turkey hunt.
That's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about.
That's fun.
That was awesome. This is only my 3rd bird ever. So it's
absolutely.
pretty exciting to me, man.
Absolutely.
This is like, yeah.
Hey James, that's some killer footage. Good thing you got a good cameraman there.
Yeah, it's always good hunting with a buddy.
Yeah. For Picture of the Week, we have Tim Wells taking down a whitetail with his gun.
If you want to become a member, go to rushoutdoors.com, click on the Rush Uncut logo. It's that easy.
Or stop down to the Great New York Sportsman's Expo at the end of January at State Fairgrounds, Syracuse, New York. Sign up there, meet the entire Rush crew.
That's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah. All right, well that's all the time we have for this week. If you're looking to get any service work done on your vehicle, New York State inspection, or some pretty cool aftermarket accessories for your truck to hit the field when you're hunting this year, stop on down here to Trucks and Stuff.
Hey, and don't forget to Rush Outdoors with a camera.
Rush Uncut is brought to you by Fire Tower Doubles, Upstream Construction, Dryden Lawn and Recreation, Iron Skillet Seasonings, Four Seasons Archery, Briars Riverside Market, Woody's Maple Syrup, Prime Cuts Barbershop, JP Builders, Trucks and Stuff, Sales, Service, and Accessories, Wood Boat Brewery, IBEW 43, and IBEW 1249.
And there you have it. Range days complete. CVAs are all sighted in. Off to shoot our bows now. From everyone at Rush Outdoors, I'm your host, Tim Andrus. We'll see you in the woods.
For live updates, like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram.